Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. So in this great occasion, we are from group 6 would like to discuss about firstly, get to know us. My name is Dinda Rizkiana. I am as the moderator and my three partners as the speakers. They are Sri Wahyuningsih, Putri Irmayani Sihotang, and also Fikri Adiatma that will explain about the whole discussion of this topic. Okay, without any further ado, let's just enjoy the video and keep on watching.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sri Wahyuningsih. In this video, there are 4 stages that we can do to teach short story, starting from pre-reading activity, while reading activity, post-reading activity, and extension activities, so that learning becomes more interesting and easier to understand. In this part, I'm gonna explain about pre-reading activity and while reading activity. Pre-reading activity. In this stage, there are 2 important activities that must be carried. First, in-class teacher mentor. How to do that? A. Recall previous knowledge and experience. You can activate previous experiences. From this activity, we can find out the experiences or knowledge of students about the types of short story or stories they know and remember. B. Making prediction about the setting of the story. We can build students' prediction by asking about the title, story theme, or the number of characters. And the second is pre-teaching or providing background information. What activities are there? A. Brainstorming. In this section, the teacher can provide picture or just the title of the story to increase their knowledge about this short story. We can build students' critical thinking from the brainstorming activity. They can predict from the pieces of the picture to become a complete storyline. Or for an easier activity, we can use one familiar picture and asking them to help with a short story related to that picture. B. Read short stories. In reading short stories, the teacher introduces short story that the students don't know yet. Here we can take local stories for our own area, so that students can get to know the culture. So students only have to recognize what is story presented. And the second stage is while reading activities. In this stage, teacher must guide it in class. How to do that? A. By applying reading strategies to help the students to know the important thing in short story, like the social function, generic structure, language feature, and also moral value. B. Connecting the story to reader's mind and experience. Teachers help students to build connection between author's thought and reader's mind. C. Responding to the writer. And what activities? The first activity is in engaging in discussion. Students can give opinion about the short story that they read. The second is identifying story elements using story organizer. Students have to know of the story that they read. And the last is summarizing events. After they read short story, they can conclude the short story.
Hello! Now I want to explain to you about post-reading. Post-reading have 3 points. The first is engaging in discussion, and the second is identifying element using story organizer, and the last is summarizing event.
The first is engaging in discussion. It's always easy to contribute to discussion even if you have prepared thoroughly. Many students worry that they may have got something wrong in their preparatory work and that everyone else has the right answer. This is rarely the case. To help overcome nervous and anxiety, it is worth remembering the following points. The first is don't wait until you arrive at the big idea. Say something simple and often to help build discussion. And the second is share responsibility with the group. Don't dominate or leave others to do all of the talking. The third is be positive and respectful of other people's ideas. With this principle in mind, try using the following strategies to help build your contribution to group discussion. The start with low stress approaches and build to the full involvement. And the second is identifying element using story organizer. What is a story element organizer? A story map is a strategy that uses a graphic organizer to help students learn the elements of a book or story. By identifying story character, plot, setting, problem and solution, students read carefully to learn the details. There are many different types of story map graphic organizer. And the last, summarizing event. Summarizing teaches students how to discern the most important idea in a text, how to ignore irrelevant information, and how to integrate the central idea in a meaningful way. Teaching students to summarize improves their memory for what is read. Summarizing strategy can be used in almost every content area. Why use summarizing? The first is it helps students learn to determine essential ideas and consider important details that support them. And the second is it enables students to focus on keywords, the process of an assigned text that are worth noting and remembering. And the last is it teaches students how to take a large selection of text and reduce into the main points for more concise understanding.
For the next topics, I'm gonna explain to you about extension activity. So let's check this out. So an extension activity is an activity that extends the learning of the lessons. Extension activities can be done in small groups or by a single student. These extension activities are leveled to fit the students. For give students, these are challenging. Extension is an educational process for bringing about the maximum number of desirable change among the people, which involves both learning, teaching, needs some tools or methods commonly known as extension teaching methods. The essential role of an extension worker is to create effective learning situations. Extension is an activity that works with farmers and their families in order to improve the economic and social conditions of their lives and to develop their ability to take responsibility for their own future development. Flashcard, revision games, spelling games, and pronunciation activities are all examples of extensions for quick revisions. An extension activity can also serve to review what has come before and previous unit.
Well, everyone, that is the end of our discussion. We do hope that you got the point of what we have explained. If you have any comment or suggestion, please kindly write it on the comment section down below. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.